Now that we've covered a great deal of material already, I'd like to turn my attention to the person of Zarathustra. We need to understand who Zoroaster was and his role in the religion of Ahura Mazda, because this will help us understand why the younger Avestan texts are dated in the way in which they are. The Gathas, which are the older Avestan, have been dated anywhere between 1500 BCE and 1000 BCE. The linguistic reasons for dating them is that the Gothic language resembles that of the Indian Rigveda hymns, which were probably composed in the Punjab between 1500 and 1200 BCE. An example is the word Ahura, which means divine lord. It is identical to the Vedic word Asura. Now, according to tradition, Zarathustra wrote the Gathas. This would place him prior to 1000 BCE. This is significant to note because while the era that Zarathustra lived in does not pertain to the dating of the Gothic texts, his possible place in history does have an effect on the dating of the younger Avestan texts. Because if Zarathustra was a contemporary during the Babylonian captivity, then we can speculate a couple of things. Number one, either he wrote the Gothic texts and they should be redated to the 6th century BCE instead of the 10th century BCE, or he did not write the Gothic texts. Because if he was a contemporary during the captivity, we can pinpoint a possible date of 625 BCE based on a citation from the Zoroastrian work Bundahistan. If, however, he was not a contemporary during the captivity, then we have no reason to date the younger Avestan of the Yashts to 625 BCE. In fact, we would more accurately date them to the Achaemenid Empire from 559 through 330 BCE. Just so I'm clear, the reason that most scholars would date the younger Avestan texts to 625 is because they speculate that Zoroaster lived at that time. But history is still undecided on when exactly Zoroaster lived.